Happy Thumbs Gaming. Booyakashaw.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we have another LEGO Dimensions video for you, and it happens to be some more Ghostbusting. In fact, this is going to be level 4, Breaking the Barrier story for the Ghostbusters 2016 story pack. As you might have guessed, it is a story video, so we're going to showcase most of the cutscenes, and we're not going to collect any of the collectibles. But as we return to our characters here, we can see that we are in the hub area of Manhattan, which is the new Ghostbusters worldly area. And but this is actually going to take us to the next mission. So we're going to hop in the Ecto-1 and all the way down to Zoo's Chinese food. And yeah, here we go. We're going to hang our right up here, and there she is right there. Oh, authentic Hong Kong food. Booyakasha. Oh, cutscene.
Hello, Abby.
Abby, we got you a sandwich so you don't be picking up all
Come
on,
and
man.
get your sandwich. Come and get your sandwich, please. You want your little sandwich? Abby? Hello, Abby. Mm-hmm. Are you okay?
Quite well.
What are you doing? You're my baby!
Ugh. Hello, Patricia.
Get out of my front! Go! The hard body compels you!
Hey guys, check it out!
Huh?
Kevin, come inside.
I was born to be a Ghostbuster, alright? And nothing's gonna stop me!
That's so not good.
Thanks for the upgrade!
Wow. That version looks a lot more roomy.
Oh, and I just got it waxed.
Let's go zap that slimy freak.
And just like that, we're back on the streets fighting some more ghostly ghouls. And as it turns out, there's actually a couple of hauntings that we need to take care of, and they're pretty simple. It's just a matter of getting this ghost trap and hitting that timer just right, which I have to admit, I did quite well on this next little section right here. I failed miserably on our first attempt, but as I get a little further into the game, my skills got a little bit better, so... All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. Paul Fig. That's awesome. He is the minifig in peril. For those who don't know who Paul Fig is, he is the, I believe, the director or the producer. So I guess I fall into that category of I don't know who Paul Fig is. I'm pretty sure he is the director behind this, and but I could be wrong. Sometimes I often get those two roles confused. But, all right, so we've got some small hauntings. Those little mailbox things, I'm not sure what goes on with those. It seems like you have to zap them for a very long time, but other times it seems like they just go away quick, fast. So, anyhow, just keep on keeping on, make your way around the corner, and all of a sudden you'll see this cinematic scene that this giant coffee cup comes and pours a whole slew of slime all over the road, all over the Ecto-1, and kind of floats some other cars, too. So... yeah, we'll go ahead and step up to the plate and get our zap on, but whoopsie, we actually have to go take care of that cracked wall over to the left-hand side. So, for those of you who don't remember, or maybe never knew, Patty is actually our strong character that's provided to us through the Ghostbusters level pack, as most of the characters have the availabilities, or the needs, the actual abilities. I guess I said that right. Like, for example, Erin has the shotgun blast with her proton pack that can actually destroy silver blocks. Well, Patty is the strong character, and, you know, of course, Abby has the PKE meter, so they all bring a little different something to the table. And, oh yeah, there you go. We got a little butt slam on that wall there, and look at that. Booyaka show! We got ourselves a keystone terminal, and oh, it's one of those hide-and-go-seek ones, and we're going to aim it up at that little tattoo on the wall there, and look at this. We officially have our RIP keystone activated, and that's basically like the shift portal where we get to go through the different colors, except for this one doesn't take you to a new area of the map that you're on. It actually takes you to another dimension. So here we are. And, yeah, buddy, we're going to go ahead and make our way through the yellow zone, because the yellow zone is not just for balancing only. In this case, it's actually for doing some butt slams. We got to make our way all the way around it. Oh, there's a garbage can there with some glowy bits inside. So we'll take those out with our proton pack. It's kind of hard to tell because of the yellow tint of the area, but it's actually some gold on top of that. So get your gold melter out and melt on, melt on. Look at that, we got one down, one to go. Now, make note of that strong handle in the back upper left corner there too. We actually did not mess with that right now. We were kind of assuming that was gonna be some free play stuff, but as it turns out, you need to charge Abby's charge pack up and use it in the pink area. So we find that out the hard way. We actually go to the pink area and come back, but I'm way ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and play a game of match real quick. So this is pretty simple stuff. If you get it wrong, it just simply repeats the puzzle solution and you get another shot at it. Otherwise, you'll get it perfect just like, oh, not like me. Bwah, 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 bwah. You do get a whole bunch of extra studs rewarded, though, if you do get a perfect match. And it actually tells you, perfect match, yay. I don't know if it says yay, but it does say perfect match. All right, so we have successfully completed the rest of what's needed in the yellow zone here. Well, not quite. We actually have to go up top, and we have to stand on a pressure-sensitive switch, and we can do that easy peasy now because we have a ladder up top. And check it, check. Oh, whoop, what's that first step? It's a doozy. And all right, hopefully I'll get up there this time, and yes! Successfully land on the switch, and down goes the boxes into the portal, and look at that, booyaka shao. One down, one to go. For whatever reason, this whole RIP portal, I don't even know what to really call it. It actually, it always has to do with getting a fair amount of pieces from one side and then dropping them in the normal dimension and then going to the other side and getting some more pieces. So, hey, we actually have to go to the other side now. So we have officially moved our character on the toy pad to the pink side, and we are in the pink hued room here. And look at this, right off the bat, we have some blue bricks in need of repair, so we'll use Jillian and her blowtorch to go ahead and fix that wheel, and it keeps on keeping on, and actually reveals a little doorway there, and look at that, it's a charge panel too. So remember I told you we needed that charge panel. Hopefully you saved yourself some time and you took my advice and actually pulled that strong handle with Panty, I almost called her Panty. That would have been wrong, huh? But yeah, so Patty and then Abby will get the job done here, but it takes me a few more seconds to figure this out before I zoom on over. If I'm being honest though, I didn't want to waste too much time, so I did go ahead and make a quick edit right about now. Yeah, all we did here was just simply move Abby Yates around on our toy pad there and moved her to the yellow zone. And now we're going to head all the way to the back left. But before we do that, we're going to play a quick game of musical characters. And as it turns out, I really had Gandalf, Wildstyle, and Batman on the toy pad, thinking we were going to need them. But most of the abilities are actually provided through the Ghostbusters. So turns out we didn't really need them, and look at that. Again, we get into another character snafu, switching to the wrong character, and finally we get Abby, woohoo, and we're gonna go ahead and pump up that charge pack. I love how it's all when she charges up, that's killer. Now we're just gonna move right back over to the pink side, so just move Abby onto the pink side of the portal, and booyaka shout. And then all of a sudden we charge up that door, and out come the boxes, right through the portal, and boom, right out into the dimension we need. And look at that, we've got a bunch of glowing boxes. Now we can just go ahead and move Abby right back to the white circle on the middle of the toy pad, and booyaka shout. A couple of butt slams, a little bit of buildage, and we can build what we need to make it on to the next part of this scene, which, if I'm being honest, I believe it takes us to a cutscene right after we activate this giant catapult. And this is pretty fun, actually. We spin it up, ready? Wind it up, and booyaka show! Whoops, we gotta activate it. Kai-show! Look at that. Yep, that's right. Slimer hops in our Ecto and is out. And next, we actually have to use our little miniature Ecto-1 to get over this slam oh so easy. Or you could probably make your way around over the right side. And I think you can even walk through it. It's really slow is the only problem. So we're going to hop in our vehicle and make it to the next little spot up here. Which, look at all these guys waiting to get into this movie here. Oh, it's the Groomsmen, followed by Ghost Smashers 3. A nice double feature that means has no connection to me. I don't know what the Groomsmen is, but... All right, we've got ourselves a PKE meter. Whoops, I almost said that wrong there. But it's a ghostly build, or a master build, as we like to call them. Just simply follow the color pattern there and move Abby around on the toy pad to match it. Once you get a successful match, oh, look at this. A marching they will go. Do, 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 do. I don't really know. Look at their backs. They kind of looks like rib cages. Those skeletons? Those are ghost skeletons. That's interesting. But so we have actually cleared a path there. They're all inside there. I wasn't sure we even needed to do that, but as it turns out we do. And I was wrong. The cutscene is actually coming up here once we trap these ghosts, which I didn't get a perfect whammy. In fact, I even failed there for a second. Couple fails. Oh, finally get it. Get them trapped and drop that. Oh, look at that. See, I don't know why. I always have a hard time getting that square button pushed in time, too. You're supposed to get some extra studdage if you do it in time, but I always fail at that. And we got a couple more bouncing mailboxes, and I'm having a hard time getting that one trapped. You can see he's all whirled up, but oh, down the street we go, and cutscene.
Yo, that's one creepy, weird parade.
I just made eye contact.
All right, let's pop some balloons.
In all honesty, this is one of my favorite parts of the movie, and it actually transferred over to be one of my favorite parts of the game as well. They almost kind of took a little note from that new game that's coming out called Cuphead, because it's just like a series of boss battles. Like, there's not a whole lot of in between. I mean, I guess there kind of is, because they send out the little minions and you got to battle those guys first. But ultimately, there are a handful of like giant floating balloons that end up being kind of little miniature bosses that we got to take out. Starting with the giant Ice King here, we got some gold spots that we have to actually highlight and then melt down with our proton pack beam here. And you can see we've got one in the lower left, one in the lower right. We got a couple up top too, including the old crown up there. So, oh, a couple pieces of the crown. So once we rip that crown on down, oh, check it out. He flips over to the backside. Oh, butt slam, butt slam. Watch out for those giant Ice King butt slams. Those cannot be good. As it would turn out, it kind of seems like the rule of 3 here. You get a short time frame there to go ahead and melt that gold on his back. And oh, here we go again. We got another chance. This time I'm going to take better advantage of it. And booyakashow. Look at that. Just like a balloon, when you let go of it, it flops all over the place and destroys everything in its path. And now we can keep on keeping on. We've got another path. Uh-oh. It's Dr. Eggman. Boy, when my boy saw this, he freaked out. He's a huge Sonic fan. In fact, probably one of Sonic's greatest fans. And anyhow, he saw this and thought this was just amazing. And I thought it was pretty cool how they incorporated the completion of this. Like, it takes me a second. It took me a second, and as you'll see, it does take a little while for me to figure out what's going on here. Because they got that yellow section in the middle there that kind of seems like some gold. And it seems like you need to attack that because there's no other gold or weak points on him. But I do notice this motel sign that's kind of flashing up there. It's got like the L that's kind of coming on and off. And I also notice that there's some attack points down on the ground. Like right now there's some targets. He's shooting some missiles. As long as you avoid those, you should be good. There's also kind of a zigzag path of blue lines that as one of his attacks will start, he kind of lays out the attack area. And I highly recommend staying out of that if at all possible. Well, look at that. We missed a wild-style relic scan over on the far right side there of that last boss battle with the giant Ice King. So we'll have to remember that when we come back for free play, because I'm sure that's going to be something related to that. But check it out. We've got a handle over on the left-hand side that we actually needed to pay attention to. So we're going to need to switch over to our strong character, who happens to be Patty Tolan. And we can go ahead and spam, 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 and rip that box open, giving us a handful of buildable bricks. But we're not quite there yet. We actually have some more stuff we need to do. So we're going to use our proton pack to go ahead and destroy anything and everything floating around in this area. The only thing we can't take out is that rainbow box in the back, which can only be destroyed by Unikitty. So Feel free to hire a hero there and take out those bricks, but you don't actually need them for the story-based bits. Oh, look at that. 1 of 3. Whoopsie. We didn't want to get that. So more free play edge. And look at that. Now all of a sudden we've got some bouncing bricks out in the middle of the street, which are totally relevant to those bricks we destroyed in the left corner. But for some reason, they bounce their way all the way out in the middle of the street. And look at that. We can build them up into a car ram ramp. Is that right? Car ram ramp? I think I said that right. And we actually took out that sign that I saw flashing up on the high right side. So that was kind of cool. And now all of a sudden we've got some more bad guys. Look at that, straight out of Sonic the Hedgehog, huh? And we got a couple of pieces here that we can build up from the sign that we crashed down below. Oh, look at this. It's some sort of a step-on blow-up system, and we're pumping up Sonic. That's right. Pump him up. And look at this. What's he doing? Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh, he's shooting at us. That's not good. That's not good. Come on, Sonic. Save the day. Kring. Here we go. Maybe. I got to pump him up a little bit more, I guess. His ego wasn't inflated enough. We have to encourage it a little bit more. Actually, as it would turn out, we need to stand on this Soifel over here with, I believe it's Abby, but I couldn't find Abby. Wait a minute. Here we go. Oh, wait for it. Here we go. I got Abby in the circle. Oh, look at that. It's a PKE meter reading, or a ghostly build, as we like to call them. And there you can see the dotted blue zigzag lines on the ground, kind of indicating the attack pattern or pathway for Eggman up there. And we stayed out of the way, which was good enough. And ooh, that PKE meter was just enough to cue Sonic up. And boing, boing. Look at that. Takes him out and reveals, oh, his weakness, which is some gold along the front side there. So it turns out it's not the middle circle. It's actually the accompanying pieces right to the left and right. And luckily for us, the old auto aim kind of kicks in here, and it makes it real simple to stay attached to those gold pieces and melt them down. A couple of the other ones were not so easy, so I was glad to see that they had that auto aim feature in there. And all right, Eggman spins around a little bit one last time, comes down for a final butt slam. And speaking of butt, let's go ahead and melt that junk in his trunk. And appropriately, he makes the old PFFFT sound and takes off. And uh-oh, we got ourselves a Stay Puft balloon. But yeah, so rule of 3, we got 3 big guys here, 3 kind of little mini bosses. And, of course, you see some gold on Stay Puft, as well as some. He's ripping off some of the buildings here and tossing them at us. That's no good. But just go ahead and get your melt on. And as it would turn out, there is a distance that can be too far. So I was standing a little bit out of the available range for these proton packs. So if you're having some troubles melting that gold, make sure you get up a little bit closer and more personal and get your melt on. Check it out. Look at that. Oh, what's the matter? Need a hand there, Stay Puft? Oh, look at that. We've melted his hat down, too. Next up, we've got, looks like a name tag of some sort. And then, of course, his little handkerchief base there. We got, oh, and look at that. He got a shin splint, so we got to give him, too. We got to melt them lower areas as well. So he sends out quite a few bad guys. In fact, some ghosts and some little mini Stay Puffs. We've seen those before, huh? Nice of them to reuse that asset and not take anything away from it. It's pretty cool. I love the little mini Stay Puffs. In fact, looks just like our minifig that we got from the Stay Puft Fun Pack. That's right. So, oh to the yeah, we have to avoid that marshmallow beam of death. And, all right, get your melt on. We're almost done here. Once we get through with Stay Puft here, it'll actually take us to the final cutscene. And then, of course, we'll meet you on the other side for the final totals and talk about what's up next. In fact, we're getting pretty close to the next pack. So, yeah, it's only taking us a few days. But, all right, melt the leg, melt the belt. That's right, melt the belt. And we got the handkerchief and then the name tag. And then it's all she wrote to the cutscene. We'll see you on the other side of this awesome little cinematic piece. Don't cross the stream.
I can't reach the trigger.
This is exactly how I pictured my death.
Surprisingly prone to sharp objects. Miss me?
We'll come back. Am I shouting?
Okay, let's go save this city and get our terrible receptionist back. We aren't gonna find another one that pretty.
Oh, yeah. Breaking the Barrier story level is now complete. Which, of course, means free play is now available for us. And in fact, I like to say that, but the truth is, we all know we can play free play at any time. You got all those characters you can throw on your toy pad and make anything happen. which is one of the amazing and glorious things about Dimensions. But, all right, you can see we did not get the minifig and pair, which happened to be Paul Fig, and we did not get any of the mini kits either. So we'll save those for our free playage. And, hey, you know what this screen means? That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Dimensions Ghostbusters 2016 Story Pack Breaking the Barrier Story. And, hey, hopefully you guys found this video extra awesome. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, of course, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. And what we mean by vote is give us that thumbs up or a thumbs down. Now, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, and we can accept your opinion no matter what it is. But hey, if we do ask that if you drop us a thumbs down, that you let us know what we did wrong or what you disliked about our videos so that we can improve for future videos. Because that's what we're all about around here, is providing, you know, easy to follow, awesome walkthroughs that show you exactly what you need and try not to waste any of your time, and that includes the entertainment value portion of it too. So if you think my jokes are terrible, hey, and your mute button doesn't work, let me know, and I'll try to improve my comedy. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep on keeping on, and as always, until next time. See ya. That was a terrible Stay Puft laugh, but oh well.